Hey there, thinkers! Welcome back to Critical Hit. My name is Est, and this bombshell will shatter your Disney dreams. The childhood magic maker is knee-deep in a scandal that's rocking Hollywood. Discriminatory hiring? Check. Secret bonuses? You bet. A fan revolt? Abso-fucking-lutely. And that's just scratching the surface. Our final thoughts will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about the not-so-magical House of Mouse. Now, before we get into this, if you do enjoy the content that we create, why not hit that subscribe button, tap that like, and ring the bell to be notified for our next video. Alright, now let's dive into this shocking story. JamesOKeefe, the maestro of undercover exposés, looks like he has now set his sights on the House of Mouse. That's right, O'Keefe is now standing outside Disney Burbank headquarters ready to spill the tea on the company's recent fiasco. From discriminatory hiring practices to secret bonuses, Disney's troubles are laid bare. It's like watching a fairy tale unravel, but instead of getting a happy ending, we're paraded with corporate scandals. So hold on to your panties because this exposé promises nothing but drama.
Welcome to the Disney Tapes. My name is JamesOKeefe, standing here in Burbank, California, outside Disney corporate headquarters. This is our first part in a series about blatant discrimination and woke policies at the Walt Disney Company. To say that the Disney Company has had a tumultuous 5 years, well, that would be an understatement. Major box office flops, a losing battle with the state of Florida, and a stock that is one of the worst performers on Wall Street. And as you'll probably conclude from this report, as well as recent shareholder rumblings, almost all of Disney's recent failings are as a result of Bob Iger and the cast of characters here at Disney that are trying to force woke DEI policies into every aspect of Disney's vast media empire. What used to be a highly profitable company by being the gold standard of family entertainment has taken a sharp downturn in the wake of all of its wokeness. Under CEO Bob Iger's leadership, Disney's downfall likely started with the insane hiring practices amongst its executives and creative teams. One of their top senior vice presidents claims that they not only discriminate against white men, when recruiting and hiring middle management, they actually give bonuses for hiring and retaining employees that are specifically not white. According to these videotapes, Disney blatantly discriminates against whites, white men in particular.
O'Keefe is throwing Bob Iger and his merry band of executives under the bus. He's claiming that the relentless push for diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is DEI policies, is the culprit behind Disney's epic downfall. Yep, according to him, the House of Mouse is in shambles because all this wokeness. It's both fascinating and a bit outrageous. O'Keefe is basically saying that Disney's quest for inclusivity has completely derailed the once money-making machine. His series is set to dive deep into these so-called issues, and he's got receipts to back up the claims. Whether you think Disney's DEI policies are a much-needed change or a complete misstep, one thing is for sure, this expose is going to stir the pot and get everyone talking. Now, under CEO Bob Iger's leadership, Disney's downfall likely started with the insane hiring practices amongst its executives and creative teams. One of their top senior vice president claims that they not only discriminate against white men when recruiting and hiring middle management, they actually give bonuses for hiring and retaining employees that are specifically not white. Like, according to these videotapes, Disney blatantly discriminated against whites, particularly white men. Well, from flop flicks to tussles with Florida, Disney's woes are as relentless as ever. But hey, what's the tea behind those magical castle walls, you ask? Well, here comes Michael Giordano, Disney's VP of Business Affairs, ready to spill the beans. So brace yourself for the scoop as he drops bombshells about Disney's shady hiring games, caught on tape by JamesOKeefe's savvy crew. So grab your popcorn and watch this unfold.
Certainly, there have been times where, there's no way we're hiring a white male person.
Just kind of unspoken.
There are times when it's spoken, but
How would they say it?
there's no way we're hiring a white male person. They say
Like straight to you? Or okay.
They'd be very careful how they message that to agents.
According to these videotapes, Disney blatantly discriminates against whites, white men in particular?
I think I'm sort of like well prepared for it. I'm well positioned for it. But as far as Disney's concerned, I'm a white male. That's not who they're looking to promote at the moment.
As a white guy, even Michael has his own doubts about the possibility for advancement for himself at Disney. In fact, Michael actually got to experience Disney's discrimination against white males firsthand.
I've been at the company 11 years now, so I have friends in HR and I have friends in those divisions, and they're like, look, nobody else is going to tell you this, Mike, but they're not considering any white males for the shop. They're just not. That's not what they want.
They even passed over a qualified half-black person for a promotion because they didn't look black enough.
We wanted to hire somebody in the department a few years ago now who was half black but didn't appear half black. And there was a creative executive who was like, that's not what's wrong. They wanted somebody in meetings who would appear a certain way, and he wasn't gonna bring that to the meeting. I mean, it kind of feels like at some point there's going to be a lawsuit. That's kind of how it feels, just because of,
And that is a lawyer talking. So how does Disney explain pushing these discriminatory practices? They use code words and buzzwords.
I'm guessing that there's acceptable code words and buzzwords that are used to explain what they're looking for. They might say something like, look, we're not looking at the usual suspects for this job. So it's not a legally actionable thing, but everybody knows what it means. They, for writers and actors, we hear all the time, looking to hire writers and actors who bring diversity. I'm not looking to bring on any more clients who are
Well, isn't that just a cherry on top of Disney's Mickey Mouse operation? 11 years in the trenches, and Mike here gets the inside scoop. White guys need not apply for promotion. It's like they've got a "No white men allowed" sign hanging on their door. And passing over half-black candidates because they don't look black enough? Come on, that's some next-level superficiality. Yep, that pretty much sums up what DEI is all about. It seems like Disney's diversity agenda might be more about optics than actual merit. They talk a big game about inclusivity, but when it comes down to it, old habits die hard. This revelation just adds fuel to the fire of corporate hypocrisy. Time for Disney to step up and practice what they preach, or risk losing the trust of their own employees. There's more here, so let's get back to the video.
Let's meet Los Angeles-based Michael Giordano, a white male and Walt Disney Senior Vice President of Business Affairs.
I do business affairs, negotiations for television.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. That's really cool.
Not really on the creative side. So a lot of it is, knowing the guild agreements and the union agreements and everything. Make offers for the writers and the actors who are going to be out working on the show, and the producers and the directors, and try to get to a place where we can close a deal with them, help the production to budget, and so much of my job is just the negotiating room. And then other people are doing kind of the drafting of the contracts. So,
Oh, wow. So, yeah, what's the negotiating like?
I'm sitting down trying to figure out, okay, what are we gonna pay this actor for this role? What do we think they want?
Oh, wow.
Kind of strategize that. Everything from how you produce a show, how you distribute a show, how you exhibit a show, how you market a show, things like that. All of the negotiations and deal making that are related to it.
Well, look who is feeling the pinch of Disney's diversity dice roll. Giordano, a white chap himself, is feeling the burn of these policies firsthand. He's seeing promotions slip away and starting to wonder if his skin color is the reason. It's a bit of a wake-up call, shining a spotlight on what's really going on behind Disney's curtain of diversity and inclusion. And if that wasn't enough drama for you, Disney's latest Star Wars creation, the Acolyte, is proudly waving its rainbow-colored lightsaber as the gayest installment ever. This bombshell is stirring up quite the storm, adding yet another spicy chapter to Disney's drama-filled saga. Well, look what Disney has done. The Acolyte has sunk to the lowest depths in Star Wars history, with dismal ratings marking it as a colossal failure. Seems that their attempts to inject what some call a lesbian cult into the mix kind of fell flat with the traditional fanbase. And here's the kicker: the lone white male character is, well, you guessed it, gay. It's a glaring example of Disney's skewed vision of representation, leaving many questioning where their priorities lie. These revelations paint a stark picture of a company once celebrated for wholesome entertainment, now seemingly more interested in divisive agendas rather than their loyal audience's values. Have not only disappointed fans, but left them with closed wallets and shaking heads. It seems Disney is more focused on being woke than on genuinely entertaining their audience. The Acolyte, touted as the epitome of inclusivity in a galaxy far, far away, has ignited a firestorm of criticism akin to a Sith Lord crashing a Jedi convention. Instead of sticking to the roots of timeless stories and universal appeal, they've plunged headfirst into divisive political agendas, and this misguided path risks tarnishing their once gleaming reputation as purveyors of beloved family entertainment. Disney's fall from grace feels like we're witnessing a slow-motion disaster. Once the masters of magic, they've now become the experts at making enemies faster than a lightsaber can ignite. Their recent blunders, from dubious hiring practices that prioritize checkboxes over competence to the catastrophic failure of the Acolyte. This debacle stands as a stark reminder of corporate greed and a severe disconnect from Disney's foundational values. Once renowned for uniting families through timeless entertainment, Disney now seems bent on dividing them. Unless they make a drastic turnaround and return to their roots, they risk irredeemably damaging their once stellar empire. Disney's relentless pursuit of these divisive agendas has not only alienated loyal fans, but has also tarnished their reputation as the pinnacle of family-friendly entertainment. The fallout from the Acolyte disaster, touted as a triumph of gay representation in Star Wars, has been nothing short of catastrophic. Instead of prioritizing genuine storytelling and quality content, they've chosen a path of empty gestures and pandering. It's like they're playing a dangerous game of cultural roulette, betting their legacy on fleeting trends and woke points. Meanwhile, their core audience feels betrayed, watching the company they once loved drift further and further away from what made them magical in the first place. If Disney continues down this path, they risk becoming a cautionary tale in corporate hubris. We're all watching this unfold with popcorn in hand. However, those are my thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And hey, before you go, subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and ring the bell to be notified for our next video. As always, this is Est, and I'm signing off now. So I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!